Okay, so I don't know how much I'm going to talk in this. So it might be a really silent 10 minutes or however long. I will usually come out with a young dog like him and set my timer on my watch for 10 minutes and walk approximately that long in a circle. So this is his second session with the snoot. Things to kind of pay attention to. It's very windy and cold, so I don't know how many sessions we're going to get today. I usually do this every hour. So it is like 8:30, 8:45 right now. So I'll do this every hour until about 4 o'clock. And after I do this, I'll do some play and some other stuff or place work. Let's go. So if he goes for it, I'm just going to bring my hand under his chin and interrupt that. Let's go. And that's normal behavior. All dogs usually do that when they first put it on. I might use a little food, but in his case, I feel like food can be masking some problems. So I'm trying to go as like stripped down as I can with everything I'm doing. So my circle is this top area of the yard. It's pretty small. Make sure when you're doing your circles, it's actually a circle. I watch videos of a lot of my students and they walk in a square. It needs to be a circle. It's the bending of your body that is preventing the dog from pulling. And with this, I'm going to include a lecture of all the benefits of circle work. I teach the dogs, and I don't do enough video of this, and I need to, so I'm glad that he's a dog I'm doing this with, is I teach them to do this on the left first, then the right, and then I start figure eights. And it really does help supple up the dog. And I do this in addition to the let's go. And it just can create a much softer dog. And you can do this with your prong collar as well. Like, this is not just exclusive to snoot looping. One thing that I'm going to add into this video is some intentional touch for reward versus using food. And I'm going to show you what that looks like because he's a dog that actually likes it. And I think Goose will like it too. I always go back and watch my videos to make sure I'm watching the dog's body language, because from this vantage point, I can't always tell the dog is enjoying it. So I'll do 3 seconds of touch. I'll stop and let the dog reinitiate. And if the dog reinitiates, I will go back in for more intentional touch. But if the dog pulls away, I won't do it anymore. So, but because I've gone back and watched videos earlier in my career where dogs have been very whale-eyed and not enjoying my touch. And those videos are in my subscription area. So for my members that are going to see this video as well, I think it's important to see the difference in those videos and this video. Let's go. So just a little help. And like I said, this might be a pretty quiet video because I really want to focus on him and feeling him. And I also want my students that are going to see this video in my subscription to see what it looks like. And it's 10 minutes of this. So those of you that ask, how do I get so many steps a day? This is how. And if you're just a dog owner, I would recommend only doing this maybe in the morning and the evening as you're getting your leash work skills going. Obviously, I'm being paid to do something differently. Let's go. A lot of wind. I have a frontal wind right there. So when his head tilted, he's catching odor from the dogs on my dog runs. You can talk to him. Good boy. But I want you guys to pay attention to how my voice sounds for this dog. Very quiet, very calm. Pay close attention if you can in the video of how my wrist looks and how my supporting right hand is. It's very soft. I'm not holding the dog at all. The communication with the dog is very slight. Wrist movements. You'll hear me talk a lot about in comparison to horses. Again, huge frontal wind. Let's go. Giving him a little bit of help. If you are rough on a horse in a bridle, you're not going to have a soft horse in the bit. And I didn't like feeling my horses on the bit. I liked my horse just on the bridle where I could feel them, but they weren't heavy. And that's a very careful little balance that you have to create. Or a hackamore if you're working a horse in a hackamore, but this isn't horse videos, but it goes with the explanation that I'm getting at is I liked my horse just so. I rode Arabs and the head comes straight down and the head is parallel to the ground. You don't want the horse behind the bit. You don't want the horse in front of the bit. You want the horse just there. And that's how I like the dog, is kind of right there with my arm. He's doing really good at this. So he's starting to feel very soft. On the next turn, if he continues to feel this softness, his body is very relaxed. I'm going to give some intentional touch and show you guys what that looks like. And again, just set a timer on your watch. Throw on some headphones or earbuds and listen to a podcast or something and just vibe. All right, so hand on his back, right between his chest. I just got a little bit of lipping there. Giving it a couple seconds. I'm going to pull away. See if he engages for more. He stepped into my body, which means I think he wants more. Good. One thing I don't want is for my touch to do that, where it gets him super excited. So I want to make sure that the flow of my touch is transferring calm and not getting him super jacked up. Okay, so one thing I'm going to say right here, and this is for my video editor, Bria, I know you do not want to edit a full 10 minutes of me walking in circles. So if you would like to cut it here, I'm going to stay quiet for like 3 seconds so you can evenly cut it. And I'm going to end it. Okay. I guess I probably should have said like, oh, let me know if you have any questions, and then Bria could have ended it there. Oh gosh, this may not be used in the subscription area. Maybe it will. I don't know. She might decide this is funny and just keep all this together. I think that's what makes my videos so unique, is that I show just everything. I don't clip them to look really pretty. I like to show you guys like the fighting the snoot loop. How do I deal with that? You know, what I'm feeling in the leash and all that kind of stuff. I think it's important. I was telling this dog's owner, who's getting this video, that it's hard for me to show the struggles because I'm very type A and I'm a perfectionist, and I don't like to admit that I'm struggling or that there's a struggle happening. But the struggle is part of the process, and it helps all of you, my students and her, see how I work through it and the steps to take so they can help their dog, because no dog comes out of a board and train unless there's a ton of compulsion and e-collar use done. Perfect. And no owner, not many owners, are going to be comfortable riding their dog every day on an e-collar to get the behaviors that they want. And I don't want that. Most people who come to me want to build a relationship with their dog, so they learn how to do it right through here. So I'm going to do another intentional touch. See where we are time-wise. I've got 2 minutes left. So I'm going to stop right in here and do it again. So if he gets excited, I'll stop. Watch that tail. Nice slow wag. His head is, you can't see it. He's resting deep into my arm. I'm going to stop, see if he wants more. He pushed right into me very heavy. Let's see if I can turn him. So watch that head. If he pushes into, there he goes. Good boy. Again, pulling away if he gets that jacked up feeling. Just want to be conscientious that I'm not creating that with my touch. Let's go. Again, very soft, right? All right, so we've got almost a minute left. I'm going to go ahead and unsnoot loop him to end the session. Now, if I was going up for a walk, I would just start my walk. This is about how long in the beginning all my leash sessions are, but again, they're very frequent. And then I'm going to give him a cue that we're done. Okay. That's it. We're going to go.